Research, I think you guys also do foam, right?
That is correct. I saw that here. You're correct to a point. We used to, but we stopped. We sold our the majority owner sold it back to the minority owner, Rob Hewer, which actually owns Applegate R Foam, Applegate C Foam, which is commercial residential foam. And so technically we don't have nothing to do with the foam division any longer.
Oh,
Even
really?
though you can Google it, it still comes up Applegate R Foam, Applegate C
Yeah,
Foam. They bought the rights to the name or something. We're well known in Michigan. And that's why they kept Applegate.
Well, what's your thought on foam?
Injection foam?
Mm-hmm. Compared to cellulose in the wall.
If you Google and do the research, and you'll find it yourself. And from what others tell me, I have no experience in injection foam, but I listen to other people. And what I've learned from others is all that injection foam still settles. Shrinks, I should say shrink, not settle, shrink. But when it shrinks in all directions. So if it's going to shrink, now they say up to 2%. Shrinkage. That's what the professionals say in classes. I went to one class before we sold the company, and the professional, the owner, Rob Hewer, said it shrinks about 2%. Well, 2% in all directions. Well, that others people tell me, yeah, on a perfect day, maybe if you do everything right, 2%, but it's more like realistically 5%. Well, if this guy shrink 5% in all directions, if you do a blower door test on it afterwards with the scan, you'll probably find out that's probably not the best idea. So it's less expensive to do cellulose. The advantage of injection foam is it's double the speed,
and
about twice as fast.
It's more dense than cellulose per square inch.
It is more dense, okay.
But we'll push whatever, whatever's best for us, because they both do work.
The advantage of they say is if it's got fiberglass in it, existing fiberglass, it does a better job getting
infiltrating.
I can see probably that being
yeah, we've seen some videos on it. It looks pretty cool.
No, the video looks great. No question about it, man. The video's cool. It's easy to sell.
We would never use it in an attic because of
the
expansion.
It's got to be enclosed.
Yeah, just for walls.
Yeah. But keep in mind.
Okay, but you guys don't offer that any longer.
Well, a lot of guys are getting out of it because it's hard to keep it. What happened? The reason why it was a big push at one time is because the commercial industry wanted the Walmart. See, all these big Myers, you see all these block walls. And man, this would be great for injection foam. That's why I would get into it, right? That would be perfect for injection into block walls. It'd be really good. The problem was with that is the reason why it was a short-lived thing is because when you insulate the block wall, you still got that conduction through the block, through the pores. So it's still conducting through, causing frost and stuff sometimes and stuff. So the commercial industrial business got out of it. They changed things around so they're insulating the outside or inside and covering whatever. I don't know how they're exactly doing it, but it's died right down, and it's hard to keep injection foam busy because you can't do it in the attics. You can't really do it in new construction unless it's enclosed.
What about the vaulted ceilings, or what do we call them?
Gables.
Cathedral ceilings.
Yeah. For injection foam, you mean, or
for cellulose?
No, I've been doing this since 2000 or 1992. I'm a big believer in cellulose.
You're talking about like a
cathedral
bungalow
ceilings or even existing walls. Because you could do if you do it right, properly, like Bob here has been doing it for years. You can do a real good job doing retrofit walls. But talking about cathedrals for a minute. Applegate, and that's a good question because the Applegate insulation actually is the only manufacturer I know of that actually recommends the dense pack cathedral ceilings. So if you got a new construction too, so if you got a existing attic and cathedral ceiling you come across, and the homeowner's a little like, wow, you sure you can dense pack it? Just call me up or else email you documentation that we recommend it. The cellulose manufacturing company recommends.
What's dense packing?
Is when you're condensing that fiberglass down to 3.2 to 3.5 pounds cubic foot density. That's dense packing. That's not super packed where.
Because usually they say if you pack it too much,
it doesn't breathe.
That's for fiberglass.
Right.
When you condense fiberglass, it doesn't have any R value.
Right.
And let's go back to the birdhouse real quick. So after about 4 minutes, I only have them transfer the numbers down. I'll talk for like 4 minutes and have them write down the numbers here. after I get done with the rest of this, okay? And after 4 minutes, and let me finish this real quick. So the stuff won't catch on fire, okay? Our stuff, right? The stuff we use in your attic won't catch on fire. There's no formaldehyde in our insulations. Non-corrosive, phenomenal for soundproofing. Right? When I was in the business, new construction, I would tell people if it wasn't for your windows, you wouldn't hear your neighbor's lawnmower. It's pretty true. It's really good for soundproofing. History from our cellulose manufacturing company. Mission statement from our cellulose manufacturing company. Everything we're proposing to put in your attic, Mr. Jones, is backed by spec sheet right here, and everything's in this brochure is backed by third-party testing. So you can put your company name here, your company name here. So anyway, getting back to this, after about 4 minutes, I'm writing down one more set of numbers. So when they do, they realize that the fiberglass actually dropped about 8 to 12 degrees, depending on where I'm at, whatever. So about an average about 10 degrees. Guess what the cellulose does? Steve, do you know? Jeff? Guess what the cellulose does after when the light off for 4 minutes? Guess what it does?
Holds it.
It doesn't drop the temperature.
It doesn't drop, holds it. What do you think?
Same.
The temperature actually goes up.
Huh?
Yeah.
With the light off for 4 minutes, the temperature actually goes up. There's a reason why it does this. There's two reasons. Number one, you look at the fiberglass. When you blow fiberglass up in the attic, a contractor blows it up. They really could, and most guys, I wouldn't say most, many guys, turns the air pressure up, and you get away with less bags in the attic than the coverage chart shows, because it's easier to blow fiberglass, and it's really easy when you fluff it up with more air pressure. And so it's light density is what I'm saying. With the cellulose fibers, look at the cellulose fibers, the fibers will interlock each other and makes for a tighter fit, okay? The biggest reason why these numbers turn out the way they do is because cellulose is a denser product. Density is a good thing, not a bad thing. That's the real reason. So when you look at the coverage chart, Mr. Jones, even at R60, well, I'm proposing to put it, Martino Home Improvement is going to propose to put R60 up there. Now, you're not going to put R60 up there because usually you're already like an R19 or R15.
Right, so you're gonna do whatever.
So you're only going to put like an R48 or whatever it is.
Another R19.
When I was a contractor, we just went R3 per inch for cellulose, or I mean fiberglass. Because even though it's like R.2 or whatever, or 3.2, whatever, we just went R3 per inch. So if you got 5 inches on the average of fiberglass, it's 5 times 3, R15, right? So you put an R45 above that. That's why I propose in your proposals. But if you go look at your R6, let's say it's no insulation in it, and you propose to put an R60 of it, it's the reason why I'm showing you is the minimum weight limit per square foot per pounds is 1.85 pounds. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that for a minute. Getting back to the density, we allow for it to settle. So what's 19.68 inches up in the attic? Can you get your calculator out and go 19.68 inches times 3.8?
19 point what?
19.68 times 3.8.
74.78.
74.78. That's the R value
What's
put
that
up in the
number?
attic initially.
Oh, that's the R value?
So we're putting up 74 or 75 to get a lifetime transferable warranty of R60 in your house, Mr. Jones. So now they understand it. You're allowing, your company's allowing for it to settle. We know it's going to settle. Settling is a good thing, not a bad thing. So fiberglass in the old days, it used to settle. But nowadays, none of it settles. If you install it properly. Well, many guys don't.
None of it settles at all.
They
Is
say
Fiberglass,
they won't.
yeah.
Fiberglass will not.
That's the big pitch against cellulose.
We do cellulose anyway.
Well, we do both, but
I've never done fiberglass here, and we barely do fiberglass.
I'm surprised because I walked up through the front door. It's
Pink
got Owens
Panther.
Corning on the thing. You walk here, look at that, sticking out. You know, you got Owens Corning right there.
He's excited.
He's excited. I'm
That's
here,
'cause
right?
of the roofing. That's for roofing shit.
You go on your website, Owens Corning certified dealer. So I'm
Yeah,
surprised you're saying that.
We rarely ever do fiberglass. It's
well, yeah, we got
Because it's not the best. We put the best product in.
So Bob puts in cellulose. A lot of your houses
Yeah.
are. Wow.
Because it's better. Yep.
Oh, they give us. Do you mind if I keep one of these?
That's yours.
Sure, it's cotton
They're
candy.
$5.
Give it to
Kids
your
can get one.
Cotton
Piss you
candy,
off.
we give it away to the kids at our appointments.
Along with